If there was anything about the boxing industry I'd change is a family for people who have retired, because it's a very tough sport and it only lasts for about 5 to 10 years and that's it done, and that's providing you stay injury free. So I think that if we could do some charity days or fundraising days and we had a pot and we all put 10% into a pot in the middle and then we distributed it out to ex-boxers who need the support, who are going through depression, who missed the glory days, who didn't get the right advice financially. Because as I said, when we walk into a gym, all we're taught is how to fight. We're not taught how to conduct ourselves in interviews. We're not taught how to manage our financial affairs. We're not taught that boxing lasts 10 years and that's it done. We're not taught that you've sacrificed your education for this sport, so when you finish this boxing game, there's not many doors that are going to be open for you. So it's just like we give so much to the supporters and the fans while we're the flavour of the month. We give so much to the promoters. You know, they're slinging us out every month and it is great at the time. But what happens when you're done? So that's what I change about the sport is try and support the ex-boxers who need the support of their supporters, the people that they bled for, sweated for, fought for, to give something back to these guys.
Wow. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I was letting you guys listen to a segment of Anthony Joshua, his new video called Align Purpose with Vision. Okay. And I want to talk to you guys about this video. It's a short video. It's a short little segment. It's not very long. It's maybe 3 minutes the most. I'll leave the link below, of course, let you guys check it out. And he talked about he would actually choose loyalty over ability, meaning there's a lot of trainers that has the ability to train him, you know, but the trainer that he's with has shown how loyal they are because they've been with him through the good times and the very bad times throughout his life. That's why he chose us how to pay them back by staying with him. And I know he was referring to Rob McCracken. So that's his way of really answering questions to all the people that wondered if he was actually ever going to leave Rob McCracken. So this is pretty much confirmation to me. This is what I see, extracting info from this video. That he is not going to leave Rob McCracken. He might get beat again or again and again. He will not leave Rob McCracken. Now, he didn't say he won't add other people, but he said he won't leave the training platform that he's accustomed to because they've been there through different times in his career. Also, the main point where you guys first initially started hearing this video, where I started that video to let you guys listen to this, Anthony Joshua made a very, very good point. And this is the bulk of this video that I want to discuss and I want to counterpunch. There is really no insurance for retired boxers. I know tons of retired boxers. Emmanuel Augustus, Julian Letterlow, Clifford the Black Rhino ATM, which is incarcerated right now. You have a lot of different retired boxers that after it's said and done, they have nothing to do, not really many doors that they can go through after boxing. Life after boxing is pretty depressing. He mentioned mental health issues. You know, a lot of boxers, they do suffer mental health issues due to blunt force trauma. Okay. That gives you, you know, that like those are signs of being concussed. You know, that inflicts cerebral damage over and over again. If you have pain like that, Benitez was another fighter that had problems in that area. He was violent. You know, Junior Seau, I know that's football, but still, those, you know, football's a different platform, but boxing, there is no way out. After the promoters, after after your ship is sailed, you're no longer marketable anymore. Then you're forced to retire. But then if you didn't make good business decisions, what are you going to do? Who's going to help you? Who's going to be there for you? That's why in this video, he recommended a family for boxers, a place that boxers can go, a foundation that boxers can, depend on. Because it's a very sad life after boxing for a lot of fighters. They see the lights, they see the fans, they see all the fame. Some of them see the money, the fortune. Some of them don't. Some of them just see A through C, right? The fame, the lights, they feel the energy in it. But then if they didn't make good business decisions and they didn't make the money that they supposed to made or get that big break, because there's a lot of boxers like that. A lot of boxers. More boxers that fight that didn't make it, that didn't get the big money than the ones that did. Even the ones that did, it depends on what they did with their money. Did they invest it? Did they blow it? Did they fuck it off? Look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had $400 million at one point. What did he do with it? It was another point in his life. He was broke. He had none of that. Evander Holyfield, same shit. You know what I mean? So many different boxers have went bankrupt because they did not know how to manage their money. And that's sad. But that is the reality of the business, of the sport of boxing. And a lot of people, never even got that opportunity. They just took a lot of damage. What the hell are they going to do now? And the question, to answer that question, they would do the same things that they did before they even experienced boxing, sadly to say. And what that was pretty destructive as damn self. Street life, go back to drugs, go back to, robbing and stuff like that. That's why you see fighters like Clifford the Black Rhino ATM incarcerated right now, right? That's why you see Julian Letterlow shot and killed, right? You have other situations like Vernon Forrest was shot. Boxers have a hard life. Boxers are real people, If you subtract them from that platform of that ring, you have regular people. So that was very powerful. In fact, I would love him, win, lose, or draw, I would love for him to implement that, get that off the ground, because a lot of people haven't really thought of that I've heard from. No one has stepped up and said, hey, you know what? I think we should do that. I think we should have, charities for boxers. A lot of people do that for other things and use boxers as a representative to promote other things, such as illnesses and such, which is great too. But what about the fighters themselves? There's enough fighters out there, it's been proven, that go through problems, that need health care, that needs money, that needs a lot of particular things that they don't have after they fight. So this was a very powerful video. Despite it being so short, I think it was more inspiring than a lot of the videos. Again, I want you guys to check it out, because it should really hit home, especially with someone that can empathize with that knows like, hey, I'm that guy that didn't have anything. I'm that guy that pissed over my money. No one taught me how to budget my money. No one taught me anything but how to fight. So it was very impactful, and I want you guys to check it out, as short as it is. Again, I'll leave the link below. You guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.